So finally, Rahul Gandhi is going back to Bihar. That's right. Nearly 2 months after he was last seen in the poll-bound state, the Congress's self-styled Janayak will stand shoulder to shoulder once again with Tejasvi Yadav. But this belated plan doesn't seem as much like a show of strength as it does a show of damage control. It's almost like a hurriedly scheduled rally plan to project unity of the Mahagathbandhan and not its muscle. Now, Rahul Gandhi's vote chori war cry that once echoed across the Bihar landscape has now vanished from the mind space. Even you understand what I'm saying when I say you don't even see it in the media anymore. Like a slogan, even its creator seems to have lost faith in it because even Rahul Gandhi is not talking about it. He spent nearly 60 days choosing everything since except Bihar. From foreign trips to social media sermons, and what's left behind? A Congress that's become an embarrassing sidelight to the Lalu family's main act in Bihar. Remember the Mahagathbandhan, of which Rahul and Tejasvi's parties are the lead partners, they're called the Jai Viru of Bihar, lost the 2020 Bihar election by a wafer-thin 1.6% of the vote. A handful of seats. That was the difference between victory and defeat. But instead of galvanizing his allies, the so-called Janayak left the wounds to fester, while his troubleshooters, Mallikarjun Kharge and Ashok Gehlot, have been sent to play nurse in Bihar. If Rahul Gandhi really shared the fabled Lalu family bond, he'd have been there weeks ago, healing the cracks, not watching them widen from a safe intercontinental distance. Even now, the loudest proof of his leadership comes not from personal presence and public resonance, but from his social media team endlessly anointing him Janayak in posts that have no proven pulse on the ground. So what explains this long absence? Is it strategy? Is it fear? Maybe the Congress chose to keep him away, protecting him from another looming defeat in their calculation. Or maybe, just maybe, the BJP's jibe is closer to the truth, that the RJD, Lalu's party, didn't want Rahul's fabled jinx anywhere near their campaign. Rahul Gandhi isn't just any politician. He's the leader of the opposition. He's a popular face, the man who signs off every decision in India's second largest party. But Bihar has seen everyone step in except Rahul Gandhi. The argument that he isn't a lead player doesn't wash because just 2 months ago, you remember it, Rahul Gandhi very much projected himself as Bihar's big savior on wheels, Janayak. And now as he returns for a few token rallies after 56 days away from Bihar, one question hangs heavy in the Bihar air. Does the Janayak crown really fit? Or is it a band-aid to distract from the real problems? Let's show you some information right now. Where is the Janayak who is only returning now 56 days later? Is he missing? Is he a missing Janayak? Now, these are some of the jibes that are being cast at him by his critics and rivals. But with this election at its peak, with only a few days to go for the first phase of polling, how come Rahul Gandhi hasn't been more visible and present either in Bihar or with issues related to Bihar? He was last seen in Bihar, let me remind you, on the 1st of September, that's 56 days ago. No visit to Bihar in almost 2 months, almost unthinkable given the decibel level of Rahul Gandhi's Vote Adhikar rally just a couple of months ago. Vote chori, hydrogen bomb, atom bomb, completely missing from this campaign. They've turned out to be, at least what it seems to be, like duds. No picture on the Mahagathbandhan joint briefing poster. The BJP made a big deal of it. But even if there was no big deal in it, it has amplified its sense because Rahul Gandhi is nowhere to be seen. Ashok Gehlot, the veteran troubleshooter of the Congress party, he had to personally dash to Bihar from Delhi to firefight this entire Mahagathbandhan cracks. Rahul Gandhi nowhere to be seen, and he's supposed to be close to Lalu's family. No post endorsing Tejasvi Yadav as the Mahagathbandhan chief minister's face, and Jai Viru are supposed to be friends. Why did Rahul Gandhi say nothing at all? Prime Minister Amit Shah, Nitish Kumar, Tejasvi are going all out in their campaigning in Bihar, but Rahul Gandhi will finally, almost like an afterthought, be joining Tejasvi for a handful of rallies, and then Priyanka will follow shortly after. Now, this is what sources are telling NDTV's political team. Local Congress leaders are complaining of Rahul Gandhi's absence, is what we're hearing. There have been tensions which have visibly spilt out onto the streets, including in violence outside the Patna airport over seat sharing with ally RJD and with ticket allocation within the Congress party. So all is not well within the Congress party itself. Rahul Gandhi's aide Krishna Allavaru has been sidelined in Bihar. There is anger against him by people who have not gotten tickets. Ashok Gehlot has ironed out differences temporarily with the RJD, but Allavaru's stocks are down. Rahul is focusing on issue-based politics, not crowd politics. But does that really inspire confidence in a state that's about to go into this election? And finally, he's finally entering Bihar now 56 days later. He will be campaigning after the current Chhath Puja ends. Tomorrow is the last day of the Chhath Puja. On the 29th of October, Rahul Gandhi is slated to address a small handful of rallies along with Tejasvi Yadav. There will be joint rallies as well as solo rallies by Rahul Gandhi. So the big questions we're asking tonight, because Rahul Gandhi is not a small fry, he is not a side player, he is not a wallflower as far as Bihar is concerned. He has been literally christened the Janayak before the Bihar election. So this 15-day vote yatra that he conducted in Bihar, then a 2-month-long break, what does that mean? What does that signal to the voter? Is Rahul really serious about fighting this election, or is there, like his detractors, like the BJP say, is this a signal about a walkover? Is it time for foreign trip? There's time for foreign trips, a 2-week foreign trip, but not for the Bihar campaign. Takes jalebi making lessons, but no appetite for real politic is what some would jibe against him. Can he motivate cadres with his vlogging skills, which are on full display on social media all the time, but not really on the ground ever? Can a digital campaign replace a direct voter contact? And remember, Rahul Gandhi is no stranger to direct voter contact. He's actually really good at it. He's demonstrated that with the Bharat Jodo Yatra and even with the Voter Adhikar Yatra. But has he followed it up by being consistent? Because the radiating and overwhelming signal is that he is missing in action, he's inconsistent, and yet wants to be crowned the Janayak of the country and of Bihar. Joining me live now, let's debate. Tehseen, Poonawalla, political analyst, supports the Congress party. Shubhrashtha, political analyst, for the first time here on India Matters. Welcome, Shubhrashtha and Tehseen. Nikhil, Anand is spokesperson of the BJP, and Dr. Jayant, Jigyasu is national spokesperson of the RJD. Shubhrashtha, I will kick it off with you. How are you reading this? You know, there are many things being said about Rahul Gandhi. The Congress party has loudly claimed he is the Janayak, which obviously has direct implications for the Bihar election as well. 56 days he's been away. There are clear contradictions within the Mahagathbandhan as well. How are you reading Rahul's absence? Should he be spending more time there? Is it strategic? Is there some understanding? Is it a walkover? How do you see it?
Shiv, thank you for having me on your show. Look, I look at it as a classic textbook case in political communication. In a state where politics is lived, seen, and heard, presence carries epistemic weight. Rahul's absence means two things. A, if the leadership of the Congress has remained persuasive enough where it has become abstract, so that he can come on September 1, set an agenda, and assume that he's such a big leader that the agenda that he set carries forward till you go out for polls. And the second is the kind of conversations that they have within the alliance. Now you have somebody really well read and well articulate here on your show, Jayant Jigyasu. He's a student of JNU, writes absolutely searing political posts. Please ask him if Karpuri Thakurji's legacy can be really taken away and a Janayak can be anointed and put forward, in the name of Rahul Gandhi. This is basically to say that out of so many MPs that we have, one MP carries so much of weight that you can actually take away the crown from Karpuri Thakur and hand it over to him. And for what? What has Rahul Gandhi's specific contribution been for Bihar, Shiv? We are celebrating Chhath. Every home in Bihar today it must be celebrating Chhath. Rahul Gandhi's peculiar absence in a poll-bound state also, by the way, let me also tell you that Tejasvi Yadav's family Mrs. Rabri Devi, the ex-chief minister of Bihar, has been observing Chhat Puja for such a long time. If for nothing, he could have just gone there for political support. To take Ashirwad from a Vrati who is supposed to be the living incarnate of Chhathi Maiya. So the point is this, that Rahul is so disconnected from his own cadre, from the cadre that he has sort of formed on an alliance, that he doesn't really know what Bihar is. Now, BJP has publicly framed his absence as disinterest in Bihar's future. My conversation has been this: it's not just disinterest in Bihar's future, it's Rahul Gandhi's general disinterest in politics. There has been no significant public appearances or rallies in Bihar. Whenever there have been some kind of appearances, it has been marred with controversies with respect to Mr. Modi's mother and all of that. So how are you then going to take away that case of strategic miscommunication and turn it into a weapon? I really don't see.
Let me ask Dr. Jayant Jigyasu that, since he is an expert on these things, but also a spokesperson of the RJD, Dr. Jigyasu, disinterest, disconnect, a strategic decision has been taken. Is the RJD happy with Rahul Gandhi avoiding Bihar for 56 days and counting, sir?
No,
and you can also answer Shubhrashta's question on the Janayak word.
See, once J.F. Clark very aptly said that a politician thinks of the next election, but a statesman of the next generation. And we are very aware of the fact that Rahul Gandhi is not an election bird like Mr. Modi. So he will certainly come to Bihar and campaign for the whole India bloc. And here, under the visionary leadership of Tejaswiji, we are going to form the government. And you will see the change. We are not merely interested in making the government, but shape the very state where almost 8 people are murdered daily, 65,000 people were murdered, and 20,000 women were raped during 17 years of NDA government. So people will feel the fragrance of good governance under the leadership of Tejaswiji. And to each family...
Dr. Jigyasu, I apologize. I don't want to interrupt you. I am not an anchor who usually interrupts, but you're not answering my question.
Provide a government job.
Because I understand what you're saying, but that doesn't answer the question that both I raised and what Shubhrashta said in her answer.
Janayak.
Because the core of the political communication here is Janayak. Is the RJD okay with Rahul Gandhi anointing himself Janayak in the context of the Bihar election and then not really being a Janayak, forget about Bihar, but anywhere else? And ultimately, elections have to be won. It sounds very noble, to be a statesman, but elections have to be won, sir.
People lovingly call him Janayak. What is problem in that? And
Congress calls him Janayak. Where do the people call him that?
If you are in public life, you should have compassion, you should have empathy, and all these virtues one can see in Rahul Gandhi. Yes, Janayak Karpuri Thakur is irreplaceable, and we all revere him as a politician, as a human being, and an accomplished politician to the core. But in Balia, in UP, you can see Janayak Chandrasekhar University. If you go to Haryana, you can see the birth anniversary or death anniversary to be celebrated as Janayak Tau Devilal, Chaudhary Devilal. So in every part of the country, people lovingly call their favorite leader with some sense of reverence or regard.
Okay, you're saying there's nothing wrong with calling him a Janayak and people are calling him that. Shubhrashta, you had a quick answer to that, then I'll go to Tehseen and
But Raj Narayan was also called Netaji. Mulayam Singh Yadav is also called Netaji. What is problem in that? So I don't.
So Jayant, you also know that in Bihar we would call it Galthetri. The thing is that Rahul Gandhi has a vision like that of Karpuri Thakur. Jayant Jigyasu ji, please tell me one policy that Rahul Gandhi is talking about which can be taken forward for generations to come. Janayak Karpuri Thakur ji's legacy lives on in Bihar till date. Whether it was RJD or later JDU, all offshoots of the socialist wing, they all took the legacy of Karpuri Thakur and carried it forward in their own way. One may have political differences. You and I will never reconcile on certain political ideological conversations, Jayant. But please let us not, please tell me how many RJD politicians today, how many RJD MLAs and MPs today would agree to Rahul Gandhi being called Janayak? Shouldn't by that definition, Lalu Yadav ji be called Janayak? Who is bigger than Rahul Gandhi or Lalu Prasad Yadav? Nobody has dared call Lalu Prasad Yadav a Janayak also today. You know, Lalu Prasad ji has revered across certain sections. He's hailed as a hero. All of that is fine.
Okay.
Again, as I said, you and I may have political.
Let Dr. Jigyasu answer, Shubhrashtha.
Let us not whitewash this kind of political, not just miscommunication, but error, a sin of sorts, a sacrilege of sorts in Bihar.
Let Jayant answer. Tehseen, I'm coming to you right after.
And Nikhil. Bringing a political pygmy like Rahul Gandhi in front of him. Sorry.
No.
With all due respect.
I feel it honestly that in such a dark time, we all respect Laluji, and I personally call him Abrue Siyasat, the very dignity and prestige of politics, where it is losing its autonomy day by day. So there is no confusion about that. But Rahul Gandhi is equally respectable, and he has never.
Janayak is the question.
No.
Okay.
No. Rahul Gandhi deserves respect from every corner.
No, okay. I want to move on from the specific Janayak aspect. I want to bring Tehseen in. Jayant, I'll come back to you. Tehseen,
who is maligning?
If you're calling yourself a Janayak, you can't be absent from Bihar for 56 days. Now, if everything was going smoothly between the Congress and the RJD and there were no friendly fights, I can understand that, Rahul Gandhi has everything in control. He doesn't need to be there. Tehseen, should he have been there much more? And why has he not been there much more? There are so many theories doing the rounds. People are saying walkover. People are saying, he's being insulated from expected defeat. That the RJD doesn't want him there. The BJP is taunting the Congress. Tehseen?
Chef, first of all, at the auspicious occasion of Chhath, may I wish all our fellow citizens a very happy Chhath Puja, those who've had the Chhath Puja, and may Chhathi Maiya's blessings bring good health, prosperity, and peace to all of India. And congratulations to NDTV on the fantastic concert in Kashmir. More power to you all. There are two aspects to this. Aspect number one, just on the sidetrack, the 11 seats that the Congress and the RJD are fighting as a friendly fight is a political strategy, because if they didn't fight it, the BJP would have won that. So there was a certain calculation to that. But I do concede to 2 points that you've said, and it's something that I do hope that Mr. Gandhi must be a lot more visible and consistent. Not that he hasn't been in the last 2 years. We've seen that with Bharat Jodo Yatra. His image has seen a complete makeover. He has been there. But I do believe, and I've been one of those who've asked, that there was no need for him to go to South of America in the midst of Bihar elections. But that is not to take away from the SIR issues that he raised. I think the SIR issues had two aspects again to it. One was that there were certain questions regarding the Election Commission, which the Honorable Supreme Court then intervened. But two, I also thought as an exercise with Rahul ji and Tejasvi Yadav, what happened was the cadre of the two parties got galvanized. They came onto the ground, and as a good starting point, that became an issue that the cadre came on the ground. But I do concede the point that he should have been there a lot more consistent.
Why hasn't he been there, Tehseen?
Never late.
Why, in your view, has he not been?
Because he was in South America. And he was involved with other activities as leader of the opposition. But I do believe, and this is something that the Congress must look at, that Mr. Gandhi has to now take a couple of calls. And I'm being very honest, because I come from a fact, and I don't want to lie to NDTV, because I want to see the congressman. I do want to see the Congress form government. So there has to be one decision maker. It can't be 2 or 3 decision makers. It can't be Mr. Gandhi takes the decision, but he's not available. That doesn't work in politics.
No, that's actually quite disturbing, because see, Tehseen is a very honest person, and if he says that because he was in South America, that's actually quite terrifying on the ground, because the BJP is saying that there is an understanding and that the RJD doesn't want Rahul Gandhi to come in and campaign, which is why Tejasvi never mentions vote chori. He's quite happy to campaign by himself. Is that what you're saying, Nikhil? The BJP is saying that Rahul Gandhi is a jinx, and RJD is happy for him not to be there for 2 months and counting.
See, exactly. I feel so. First of all, politics is a 24/7 activity, and Rahul Gandhi is a part-time politician. it seems that Rahul Gandhi has the habit to take time out to feel at ease, enjoy all the luxuries of life. But I think after his visit abroad, he has come out of the hangover and now is bound to visit Bihar. First of all, I will agree that RJD is very much uncomfortable with Rahul's presence in Bihar. And BJP, the more he joins rally, we will be happy at least. Because there is no taker for Rahul Gandhi in Bihar.
Let Jayant answer that. Jayant, is that true? RJD is happy with as few rallies as possible with Rahul Gandhi? Which is why you're having just these couple of rallies right at the end on October 29th. Rahul Gandhi will not be there tomorrow for the Mahagathbandhan manifesto release also.
Almost.
No, Rahul Gandhi is one of the most cherished leaders in our India alliance, and we want him. We want to see him again and again in every region of Bihar.
Of course,
so people want to listen to him. No. Our alliance embodies the aspirations and longings of the last man of our state.
And just for the sake of
let him finish, Nikhil. Let him finish.
Okay.
Be it employment, be it quality and affordable education and health system, we are very much committed to provide these facilities to the very weaker section of Bihar. And on this plank, we are going to fight this election. And in 19th century, Benjamin Disraeli wrote a very beautiful novel called Sibyl, or The Two Nations, portraying the plight of the working class of Britain. And
you're dodging the main question, Jayant. You're saying all these flowery things about the campaign, but you're not answering the main question that is being asked.
Let me complete, because you are repeatedly questioning the credential of Rahul Gandhi as a politician. That the world is weary of politicians.
When
the world is weary of a statesman whom democracy has divided into politics. And we are
big title like Janayak, of course he will be questioned.
Narendra Modi is an election machine.
And for this Janayak
title, always mocks his opponents. So this is
I'll tell you why I'm confused. This all sounds very compelling. It's a very compelling argument you make, Dr. Jigyasu. But you know, I am not a political scientist and I am only a journalist. But the sense is, for those 2 weeks, when your leader and Rahul Gandhi were riding on their motorcycles through Bihar, it sent out a powerful message. And there appears to be an inconsistency, an ad hocism, disinterest or disconnect, as Shubhrashtha says. You want to add to that, Shubhrashtha? Do you buy this argument that this is how it's done, it is strategic, soch samajh kar kiya hai ye sab?
Its results are going to impact the very state of the national politics. We are going to change the government in the center also. How can we take this election
Shubhrashtha
seriously?
It's not the first time that Rahul Gandhi in an alliance has behaved like he has in Bihar. And this forms a pattern of actually sidelining regional leaders and regional politics. As I keep saying, I'll continue to say this, I might have huge issues with the RJD. I might have ideological, political, policy level issues with them. But the point is that Tejasvi Yadav is the chief ministerial candidate of that alliance. So for Rahul Gandhi to tweet about him, for Rahul Gandhi to talk about him, for Rahul Gandhi to invoke Chhat, for Rahul Gandhi to go out and seek blessings from Rabdi ji would have given a political signal. I mean, this is 101 of political communication. Why would you want to be so disinterested that the conversation, the chatter that happens in Bihar caucuses would be this, that Rahul Gandhi is gallivanting in South America, talking about dangers in Indian democracy while completely ignoring the agenda that they raised. Vote chori was raised. Now, he could have actually picked up the phone and called Tejasvi ji and said that, well, look, Tejasvi, I raised an issue. Why are you not taking it up? Vote chori has completely gone on the back burner. Now, tell me, what is the next agenda that Rahul Gandhi or Tejasvi Yadav comes up with?
No, right now,
I have lot of sympathies with political spokespersons from across the aisle. My point is, let us not take this conversation to a level where we will not be able to see eye to eye with history. Janayak is reserved for Karpuri Thakur, especially in Bihar, in context of Bihar.
No, the only agenda, see, that is the point is that post-vote chori, the only agenda is Janayak. There doesn't appear to be any other new pet project that the Congress has landed on. And the RJD seems to be absolutely fine with that. Because the RJD was a little embarrassed with the lack of resonance, as it were, of the vote chori issue. And they're okay to let it slide. But Tehseen, why hasn't Rahul Gandhi, tweeted about Tejasvi as the CM face, gone to Bihar for Chhat Puja, maybe met Rabri Devi, the Lalu family, political communication 101 as Shubhrashtha calls it. These are simple things he could have done. The fact that he's not done them is very conspicuous.
So I don't have a schedule of what he's up to, but I do know that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is from tomorrow onwards in Bihar, and she'll be a part of this common manifesto / common program that is going to be launched. But I just want to clarify one thing. With the vote chori agenda / SIR agenda, this was primarily done to get the cadres on board, because the cadres had to be united. And then that agenda was always to move to Bihar Vikas Yatra and Bihar Adhikar Yatra. So I think that was a transition that was always planned. It wasn't just one single agenda vote chori. So to that extent, I do think Rahul Gandhi at that point was right. But again, I do accept it that in politics, it's like night after night after night after night, you come at 8 p.m. and you have to do your job. And that's just the way it is. And there is no other way to it. 2 + 2 is 4. You cannot reinvent the wheel. And I do hope that happens. And the buck has to stop at whoever finally is in charge. So I do hope that happens for the Congress. With a lot of heart, I say this because I do want Rahul to do well. It's something that comes from the bottom of my heart. So I do want him to do well. And I think that to that extent, he needs to now stay on to that point. And also, I hope in Bihar, there's a new vision. Tejasvi is given a very good vision. You may agree, disagree with that, but there is a vision, because the vision just can't be about vague issues like, say, industrialists or something else, because ultimately the citizen of Bihar wants the same thing as a citizen of Mumbai or Pune or Bangalore.
Yeah, which is why I don't buy this whole I don't buy this whole philosophical arguments that netas make. Jayant, with respect to you also, politicians have to win their elections. Only then they can put their agenda to the people. There is nothing noble about saying, oh, we are not here to win elections. You are literally here to win elections. You owe it to your voters, to your cadres, to your people to win elections. How else will you impose your will and your governance? Shubhrashtha, I have 15 seconds left. I saw you raise your hand, so I'll give you the last word. 15 seconds only, please.
Yes, Shiv, any political person worth their salt would have completely camped in Bihar at this point in time. This is an open suggestion to the opposition. Please, even from tomorrow on, go out to every household in Bihar. Ask for Chhat Puja Prasad. In Bihar, it is said Chhat ka Prasad मांग कर खाया जाता है. हर घर जाइए, Chhat का प्रसाद मांग कर खाइए, अपना agenda समझाइए. Otherwise, if you do not have boots on the ground, there's nothing that's going to happen.
Tomorrow is the Mahagathbandhan manifesto release. Rahul Gandhi is not scheduled to be there. Nothing suggests that he needs to be there at all. But we wonder whether tomorrow will be an opportunity for him to actually be there and kind of silence many of the doubters about whether he really is a Janayak missing in action. We'll have to leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much to all of you for being with me in story number 1 here on India Matters.